Video is on Shannon Alvarado, somebody who stuck up for me a whole fucking shit ton. Now, why is this video about Shannon Alvarado when most of the people that I bitch about, I'm bitching about on YouTube? Well, because she's no different in this case. See, when I needed somebody to listen and find out what was going on, there was a grand total of one person, who would actually call and listen. Or call, rather, because she didn't listen. And that's Shannon Alvarado. Her alcoholism is a major issue. It's a major issue for a lot of people. Not just her alcoholism, but the alcoholism of many. Like Teresa Copen, aka Teresa Orn. Now, these people have families who stick up for them despite the fact that they're addicts. Me, I'm not addicted to any of them substances. But my family's not in my corner. Why is that? Well, it's because America built their society on these drugs. We live in a modern rape culture. Shannon Alvarado is very nice. But I wouldn't date her. I see how she treats her boyfriend. And that's a big thing with me, is those control issues. When you have a controlling personality, it is a major issue. For Shannon, was she controlling towards me? Kind of and kind of not. See, when somebody is that much of an alcoholic, and you're stuck in a subservient position, you do as they say, or you get abused. Shannon told her boyfriend, his name is Rick McCormick, she told her boyfriend that she would pay his rent if he helped with her severely autistic daughter, who doesn't speak, she pulls hair, she bites, she's just a mean person. Not Shannon, but her daughter. However, her daughter is not trying to be mean. She has learned from her mother that is how you get attention. To her daughter, it's a game. She smiles and laughs while she's doing these things. Does she do that because she likes to hurt people? No. That's not why she does it. She does it because it's the only way she gets attention. Shannon talks about her like she's not there. And for her daughter, that's frustrating, because her daughter understands the English language. She's not retarded. For me, I was there for a grand total of less than a day, and I had her daughter trained to, instead of pull my hair to get me up, to come grab me by the hand and help me up. Less than a day it took me to do that. Shannon's never going to figure stuff out like that on her own because she drinks too damn much. Now, for her, the things that I needed to get done, she said that I could. But then I couldn't do it during the day because during the day, she's busy screaming. She doesn't want people to know that she screams at her daughter. She's embarrassed by this. Well, if she stayed sober a little bit, maybe she'd learn something. Now, at night, she gets abusive. Not her daughter, but Shannon. And it's not physically abusive, it's verbally abusive. So almost every night that I was there, her boyfriend was a complete jerk. Really? No, he really wasn't. Now, for her, she got mad at her boyfriend for not sticking up for her. Meanwhile, I'm not allowed to get mad at anybody for not coming forward and telling the truth and sticking up for me where it matters. A whole bunch of people that lied to me. Now, for Shannon, I couldn't just stay at her place, but I needed to. Because if I left, which is not what she wanted, then I run the chance of her doing what it is that she does to her boyfriend when he doesn't do exactly what she wants, exactly when she wants it. It's unnerving. So the reason that Shannon didn't turn that on me Now, she did it actually twice, but it was very short-lived because I'm not going to argue. I'm not. I had a mission goal, and I had to accomplish that mission. It was important. Saving lives is important to me. Stopping predators is important to me. Making sure that the wrong person doesn't go down for something that they didn't do is important to me. I see how black people are treated in this country. And you know what? Not all black people are treated like that. That doesn't make it right. A lot of people do a lot of really messed up stuff. A lot of people have their own personal bias. There are men out there who blame everything on women. There are women out there who blame everything on men. But when it all comes down to it, in our society, the man is supposed to ask the woman out, and the woman is supposed to make the decision as to whether or not she says yes or no. So if a woman dates just assholes, she's the one making that decision. Now, I noticed that the people who are assholes are usually the good-looking ones, whether it be men or women. Because, see, good-looking people live in a much better world than we do. They live in a world of service, where everybody must serve them. Josh Martindale is that way. Justine Martindale is that way. Jackie Martindale, very much that way. Now, Jackie, she's probably the kindest one out of her whole family. She's also considered the prettiest by most, although I always thought that Justine was the prettiest. Josh is a pretty darn good-looking feller. And Jessica, she's kind of the ugly duckling of the group. But Jessica's the one I had the biggest crush on. She became a police officer. She married a guy named William Barr. Now, there are a lot of people who I tried to get help from. The Martindales are some of them. They said that they would help. 3 of them did. 3 different Martindales said that they would help and did not. Matter of fact, between helping me and treating me like shit, when it came down to it, they didn't keep their word, and then they treated me like shit because they didn't keep their word. I wasted a whole day over there because Justine gave me her word, but she didn't keep it. I got major issue with that. Now, as far as Will goes, well, these people all know me. And they should have known me better than that. They should have known me enough to know that I'm going to stick up for myself. As far as Shannon Alvarado goes, she didn't do me wrong. She didn't. She was good to me. But she was also too drunk to keep her word and too drunk to understand what the fuck was going on most of the time. She had a worker who came over to her house. His name is David. Now, David was doing a bunch of work on Shannon's house for free. Now, she said that she would pay him, but then she'd change her mind because she was drunk. One night, she was there talking shit to me about David. She was sitting in a chair 10 feet from David while David is working. That's what being a lush does to your brain. Now, Teresa, the alcoholic, her daughter Brandy stuck up for her. Why? Because she's family. I don't have a family. My family didn't give a fuck. They still don't. I needed help. Actual help. Not fucking therapy and not fucking drugs. I needed familiarity. And I needed a safety network. See, that's the thing about my disability. It is a disability, not a mental illness. See, when you say mental illness, that's just blocking a whole bunch of people into one category. It's like when you say Republican or Democrat or liberal. You're assuming that everybody in that group thinks that way, acts that way, and looks that way, and that's just the way it is. Well, that's not the way that it is. Me, personally, I think that I should be allowed to die. With Shannon, about 3 weeks ago, I suppose, I messaged her to let her know not to contact me anymore. Well, she kept on posting shit up on my Facebook and started sending me stuff in Messenger again. I let her know she needs to talk to me. She needs to make some effort. I need information from her. But she's incapable. She sees the message, she doesn't reply. The things that I did, I was forced to do to defend myself. And to this day, I still have not had an honest day in court. I can't do the things that I need to do without a safe environment. If you are screaming at your boyfriend every night, then it's not a safe environment. It's an abusive environment, and it gives me anxiety. When I go to see Aunt B, I gotta deal with Uncle D being verbally abusive and an asshole. I needed these people to come forward and be honest, but they weren't interested in that. With Shannon, she claimed that she was going to help me on multiple occasions. But instead, it became therapy sessions for Shannon again and again and again and again and again. One night, when I was getting ready to help her with the tiles, I got all the tools out, got the counter cleaned off, and she spent the whole night needing hugs and needing to whine about her boyfriend. Now, this woman wanted to whine to her boyfriend for not sticking up for her when I told the truth. Meanwhile, she's going to badmouth him nonstop. Stop drinking, Shannon.